Well, look who's here with us in the studio, Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich. It's good to see you.
It's so great to be here, Liz. Thank you so much.
Wow, you're in New York. Okay, listen, we've got this story to cover with you. This spotlights the collapse at the border. 42-year-old Kansas mother, Allison Ekron. She was a Kansas mom. She's an ISIS leader. She was sentenced yesterday to 20 years in federal prison for leading a battalion of over 100 ISIS terrorist women in Syria. Okay, this is what the DOJ found. She was plotting with ISIS leader Mohammed al-Baghdadi in 2014 to smuggle terrorists across the U.S. southern border, to bomb a U.S. college in the Midwest by dropping off a knapsack there. Also, she wanted to bomb shopping malls in the U.S. By parking a vehicle in the parking garage or in the basement of a shopping mall and detonating the bombs in the vehicle via cell phone. So this was what's going on with the southern border.
You and I have talked about this before, is that border security is national security. And for so long, the Democrats and Joe Biden have ignored it. And the reality is we're seeing a historic number of people illegally entering the country, but we're also seeing historic numbers when it comes to the type of people coming in. So we know last year there was nearly 100 people on the terror watch list apprehended. The last 2 years of the Trump administration, it was 3 total. So we're seeing this increase. And what Joe Biden is doing is America is less safe. And we know there are people radicalized in the Middle East that are being radicalized here that mean us harm. And so we need to do everything we can to secure our border because Americans are going to get hurt.
How does this happen a generation after 9/11? Why is this going on right now? I mean, to your point, new government numbers, right? They show 380 terrorist encounters at the U.S. ports of entry. That includes multiple encounters with possibly the same terrorists. To your point, that's more than double the year before. And, you know, the 98 you talked about, terrorists caught trying to cross between ports of entry, it's more than triple the prior 4 years combined.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a deeper border collapse than people realize.
Yeah, and once again, when you read the documents, the indictment, the sentencing documents, it is absolutely breathtaking, especially we're here in the city that never sleeps in New York. When you think about what happened on 9/11 and how can anyone, especially the President of the United States, allow America to be less safe and allow people that want to hurt us and to kill us and destroy us.
I mean,
you should be doing everything you can to stop it.
It's not tinfoil hat conspiracy theory stuff. The 9/11 terrorists overstayed their visas. You know, we've got Carrie Lake in Arizona. She's been barnstorming through the states saying, look at the collapse at the border. But she's being attacked by the media, right? But that's what she's been talking about. And you've been in the front lines there. And you look at this latest CBS News, CBS YouGov poll. Nearly 6 out of 10 voters say, wait a second, if Democrats take back power, they will open the southern border.
Yeah. Well, look,
that's CBS poll.
Yeah, Joe Biden has essentially been, he hasn't lifted a finger to do anything to secure the southern border.
But really, why?
But
why?
I will tell you this. This is the thing, Liz, is Arizona is going to lift a finger and tell him and send him a message, I think, in November. And the reality is that I wrote an opinion that what is happening at our southern border constitutes an invasion. You look at Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. The federal government has an obligation to protect us.
We've been talking about the invasion part of the Constitution. When is that going to, I mean, we've been talking about it. When is Arizona or any border state going to step up and do it?
Well, we've seen what's happened with Governor Abbott and, trying to draw attention to the issue, by shipping migrants to other cities. And when we get, a few hundred migrants in places like Chicago or D.C., they declare emergencies. Places like Yuma, Arizona, Cochise County, we have been dealing with that every single day, record amounts. And so, as you and I have talked about before, it's not only people on the terror watch list, it's a record amount of fentanyl. Enough fentanyl just this year seized to potentially kill the entire country. And so what is going on right now?
But, he's about to give a speech to the president in less than a half hour. Right? And he's going to talk about MAGA voters dividing the nation. Yeah. Candidates like Carrie Lake, he's going to go after them, saying she's a MAGA candidate, right? But so there's that conversation going on, but then you guys are having a different conversation. Your final word.
Well, at the end of the day, people can disagree without being disagreeable. But I think the thing about Carrie Lake is she understands Americans, Arizonans are dying because of the Biden administration's failure. And so we need to do everything we can to secure our border and protect our communities.
Attorney General Brnovich, thanks for joining us. Good to see you in the studio.
Thanks,
Have fun
Liz.
in New York. Okay.